Hi there, Taurus. Healing Grasshopper here to do your first week in January 2026, the 1st through the 8th. The Tower. We'll see if that's reversed in a moment. Those of you who follow me know that my jumpers like to come out reversed, no matter how I hold the deck. Um, so the Tower represents an unexpected change. But see, the fortunate thing is the Tower coming out as your initial card before the Ten of Swords is a good, reversed again, is a good thing, right? Because towers can make us nervous when they come out because they represent two things: the unknown and something disruptive that's going to happen. Um, and sometimes the tower can come as a warning, like if you don't make the decision, the universe will, right? And I know you guys have heard all of these things, so when you see this, it kind of makes you gasp from past readings. But um, I'm just dispelling your worries here from the get-go. That's not what this is talking about here. None of them, right? Yeah, they're all upright. Um, so these two together are talking about the universe conspiring to end pain in your life. So this is something that's going to happen, and this could be something like what comes to mind for me. Um, Spirit will often turn my attention to my own memories to use as examples, and what came to mind just now is one of the two times in my life where the two times, several times, but two major times in my life where I had toxicity in my life, toxic people, and I was tolerating them in my life for whatever reason. As I got older, I tolerated much less. But in each of these times, there was um like a climactic moment where I had been where the other person had said something to me that just snapped me out of it. Like, oh, I see. I'm done. And they've done a million things to me, to insult me, to make me angry or whatever, ever. But this was the proverbial last straw that snapped me out of it. And then, but it was just so abrupt and shocking and complete for me that for the first time there was no anger or resentment or wanting to argue or offer a rebuttal or anything. It was just like, oh, I see, I'm done. And there was this urge to thank them. It's like, thank you for waking me up. This is what spirit brought my attention to, Taurus, where this is not going to be a painful or troublesome tower. This is going to be something that comes out of nowhere that you're like, oh, there's change. Thank you. And here's the Ace of Swords. You're going to recognize it as an ending because a lot of the times we don't actually recognize an ending until we look back at it and we realize that that was the moment. Um, but here you are going to be very present in the moment, acutely aware of things. Because here's the Ace of Swords. Um, this is reversed. No, it's not reversed. Okay. Here is the Ace of Swords. That is about clarity. But my eyes went to this crown here. There's a clarity that is really profound, like shoots through your crown chakra, where you're observing what's happening to you in uh, the physical plane, but there's also like a stimulating uh, spiritual component to it um, that makes you almost feel euphoric in the in a strange way. You know, like I said, from my memory that I just expressed. It was a time that any other spectator would be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe they said that to you. I'm mad at them. They're terrible." But you don't feel that at all. There's no anger or resentment. There is a calm that washes over you, and you're like, "Okay, it's time for me to change course." And there's almost going to be a whisper in your soul that, reverberates through your mind and body. Yeah. So the Seven of Wands is about um, managing things, having the upper hands, right? This is feeling that you can handle things, you know. What this ending is, it's not necessarily easy and effortless, but it's nothing that's overwhelming either. You just get to work on it. And this can be like a breakup. Um, where let's say you live with the person. This is not for everyone. This is for some of you, but everyone can take something from this. The sentiment anyway. Where I like I said, something was said or something that last straw happened, and you were like, okay, this is it. I'm done. I'm going to move. Or the other person can be moving. But that's not, it's immaterial. It's like, what's the next step to close this out, is what I'm saying, right? And you just get to work. There's no argument, there's no crying, there's none of that. You're like, okay, what's next? What do we have to call the movers? We have to do A, B, C to close this out. And, there's no residual emotion from that. Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Taurus, I have chills. Here's another thing that you're going to be acutely aware of, that this is all for the greater good. You're going to be certain of this. Sometimes when the tower happens, you're like, oh my God, this is terrible. You're going through a kicking and screaming. You're trying to prevent it. And you can't imagine how this is going to turn out well for you. Like, oh my God, this guy is falling. Not here. You again, you are aware that this is for the greater good. And it's not like you have this vision of how things are going to be, but you are very certain deep down inside that you are ridding yourself of something that no longer serves you. And you know you're going onward and upward. Neither reversed. The Three of Pentacles is about um, your value and your self-worth and how others view you. There are many other cards. One in particular, the Empress, that comes to mind. That's even more of a card of self-worth. But um, this is also one of them, where this person is being recognized by these two patrons um, that are confident in this craftsman's abilities to produce something for them. So the sentiment that comes off of this card is the respect you gain from others. The reason why it's here is because Spirit is trying to remind you that no matter the situation that you're in right now, that this tower is producing, the more that I'm expressing it and the more that it lingers in my mind, the more I realize that this is a situation where you are being devalued, or the person is trying to devalue you. We're not going to try and focus on this other person, but I do want to say briefly, hurt people hurt people. Um, they see your value, but they are envious of your value, and your value threatens them or makes them feel less than. And, when you look back at this, about how you were treated and that kind of thing, you have to understand that it has very little to do with you and all to do with them and how they view themselves, right? It makes them feel better to drag you down to their level. Okay? So that's what this is. This is telling you that you are worth much more than this person that you're moving, or people that you're moving away from, um, gives you credit for. The Three of Swords. Of course, there's heartache here. Um, Tell me in the comments how fresh this feeling is of heartache and possibly betrayal and overall toxicity. Just in my mind, I just heard not nice, which is very simple way of putting it. But these people simply were not nice to you. And especially Taurus, I am getting the feeling from you that you're the kind of person that really wishes everyone well. And when something goes well for you, you're eager to share it with others and enjoy it with others. But when you go about wanting to share it, the other people don't see it that way. And they don't want to celebrate with you. They want to destroy whatever it is that you're extending to them, you know? But anyway, I digress. What I'm saying here is that the feeling of being, um, insulted, dejected, and bullied, and that kind of thing. This has happened through the course of the relationship, but like I said, I get a strong feeling of peace that washes over you, that you're not really feeling most of this in this ending here. It's like it's done and over with. Um, but of course, just because it's done and over with and you feel calm in the moment of the break doesn't mean that you don't still have the memories of the way they made you feel, right? So let me know whether you've completely let go of this and you have this calm or you feel angry and disgruntled. Let me know in the comment section. I answer every single comment and I love engaging with you guys. Ah, you see? The judgment card. Look at this. Look at how strong this is. You have the Tower, Wheel of Fortune, Judgment. This is all about awakening. This is talking directly about that moment that I was talking about. Like the world changes in a moment. Like, oh, I understand. This is really finished. That's what this is. This is spiritual awakening. Uh, Spirit, like successfully getting your attention here. And you really realizing that this is going to bring a profound change in your life, that it's time to course correct. And I love to see moments like this because this is something, to celebrate. Like, yay, onward and upward. I've shed myself of this, you know, pebble in my shoe, this thorn in my side. Yeah, see? This is a fresh outlook. Page of Swords. Taurus, I'm so happy for you. I love to see this. This is uplifting for me because, you know, as a tarot reader, oftentimes we have to uh, talk our querents off a ledge and cheer them up. I don't see any of this here. You're good. The Six of Swords is about you realizing that it's time for you to move away from the past. You're ready to move on to brighter shore. What else would that spirit? You see? Wow. Never gets old, I swear. Not reversed. Look at this Three of Cups attached diagonally to the Three of Pentacles. This here represents inner celebration, but also looking forward to being with people who appreciate you more. This is what this boat is moving toward. It's moving away from this and it's moving to this. people who appreciate you, people who enjoy you, people who value you. Look at Ace of Swords again. And it's attached to the Three of Swords. Oh, we didn't talk about the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles, actually, let's do the Ace of Swords really quick. So Ace of Swords double down here with the Three of Swords is about just what I said about how like 95% of you are see this so clearly that it doesn't bother you, right? There's an absence of the why me, why did they do this to me? There's none of that. You are here are like, it is what it is. I don't want this. It's time for me to go. I'm excited to move on. Period. Okay? So the Six of Pentacles is my generosity card, right? The merchant giving alms to the poor. And he has this scale here that represents balance. His good fortune, he is compelled to pay forward to others. Um, and so this doesn't mean that you're going to be handing out money. This is more like an exuberance that you are moving towards that is going to make you feel generous in things like your forgiveness, your gratitude. You know, things are going so well for you. And there's a beautiful warm light kindling inside of you that you don't have any room for, you know, low vibrational emotion. I need three more, please. Three of Cups, Two of Cups. You see, these are people that Two of Cups is talking about people who feel the same way you do, who reciprocate your sentiments and your gestures, right? And it's attached here to the Six of Pentacles, right? Remember I just said about the balance. Your exuberance you're going to want to give to others. There's a give and take with this. You've gone through people who, step on you and shite upon you to moving towards people who appreciate you, who where there's reciprocity, right? You give, they give. You choose them, they're choosing you back. Oh, the other thing Spirit wants me to tell you, right? Karmic lessons, very, very important here. Ooh, look at the magician. So, karmic lesson. We all go through this, right? Spirit puts us in situations that break our hearts and we're not treated properly and that kind of thing because Spirit wants us to learn to choose ourselves, right? Being generous is fine, but with an equal measure. You can't open your heart for someone to be you know, jabbing daggers in it constantly, and when we're young, um, I know it happened to me and many people that I know that when we're young, we don't realize that we're worth more than the way people treat us, right? But as we go through that situation after situation, we start to realize with each karmic lesson that I am, I don't deserve this and I don't have to take this, right? But then, great, good for us. But here comes lesson number 2, 3, 4, 5, where we are like, wait a minute, how come I always find myself in this situation? How come I'm forever meeting jerks and emotionally inaccessible people and that kind of thing? Well, because that's what we're attracting and that's what we're telling the universe that we will tolerate, right? But this very much feels like a graduation from that karmic lesson where you have finally proven to the universe that you get it now. And that's what this is all about. That calm that washed over you is something new for you. Where before it was like, that's not fair, and, holding a torch and shaking your fist. There's none of that now because you get it. Right? So that's why you're seeing these the threes, the three of cups, the three of pentacles, two of cups. This is where you're moving towards what you deserve, what you want in life instead of what you don't want in life. So then here's the magician. Like I said, that you are manifesting this. You see how we have the magician here and we have these two cards that are seemingly growing out of it, because this is what you're attracting now. This is what you are manifesting. Okay. So the Seven of Pentacles. The story of this card is this guy has sown some seeds and they're growing but not growing as fast and as abundant as he would like. And he's looking over at this bush that's producing pentacles, but for some reason he's not satisfied with it. And he certainly does not see the pentacle at his feet here. He's not appreciating what the universe is providing for him, right? So, what is this saying in your reading? It's saying that this here is not going to happen overnight, that there is going to be a little bit of that, what I was saying before, kind of feeling sorry for yourself, which there's nothing wrong with that, Taurus. It's natural, you know. When people don't treat you the way that you'd like, and I'm talking about this after the dust clears, after, the acute events clears, and after the calm and the dust clears and everything, you're kind of going to look back at it like, you're excited for the onward and upward, but it's like, oh, that's a shame. And I really hate the way I was treated, but I'm ready for the new, but you're somewhat in a hurry to get it. You want it to be instant, but it's not going to be instant. Um, it's going to happen in due timing. So just be patient. And it's certainly not going to happen in this week, by the way. Um, that you have this beautiful soul tribe. It's not like ding dong, they're going to come and yay, there's a party. This is just talking about what you can look forward to and how you are going to have to. This magician card It's not like poof, you have a thought and then it's delivered to you. This takes some effort spiritually and mentally where you need to maintain um, a positive outlook and do your best not to slip back into the woe's me, right? Very important. You've got to believe that this is coming to you. But not only that, you have to also feed the feeling that that is what you are worth, you are worthy of, and you will tolerate no less. So work on that and refrain from thinking about the past. Okay? That's just kind of an afterthought, a by the way type thing, because I feel like you're more over here anyway, right? But it's just a reminder to stay here and don't slide backward because that's going to affect your manifestation, right? Just going to do one more outcome card. I just feel compelled to. Can we just have one more, please? Oh, and by the way, the other thing is that this is attached to the Page of Swords, which is clarity. So this very much is um, a lack of clarity, a focus on false things and that kind of thing. But you've got clarity to overcome this fleeting thought and feeling. That's one more outcome card, please. Ah, you see, here we are. Double down six of pentacles. Two things with this card in this position. Focus on gratitude that you're free from this situation and you're moving to brighter shores, and forgiveness. Because forgiveness is a very generous thing. Okay? Generosity card. Taurus, you're going places. You are going to be happier, but you're just in the beginning this week. It will grow into something beautiful. Look forward to being happier. Okay? I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys in the comments. Like I said earlier, I answer every single one, and I'm always thrilled to hear from you. You know, talk to me. Um, don't forget to like and subscribe, please. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and beyond. But it's a very quick gesture, guys. Costs you nothing, but really does help me out. So please do so. Don't forget to click the notification bell because there are a whole lot of videos coming. I was gone for December, but I'm back in January. So you've got monthlies, yearlies, bonuses, weeklies. There are tons of videos coming, so don't miss them. Don't miss them. Click that notification bell. And if you don't get the notifications, just when you think of me, just check on the Healing Grasshopper channel and see if there's something new because there almost always is. Okay. Um, Also, watch hours really help the channel grow. So if you can go have a look at the playlist um, and set the playlist to continuous play, autoplay, or whatever you call it, while it's on in the background for background noise, or have it on as you're winding down in bed. while you sleep, because that really does help me out too. Okay, guys? So I will speak to you soon, Taurus. Love, light, and many blessings.